What's up guys, Josh Olfert here, back with another video, and today I'm with Josh, who's back with another video as well. We actually have a third Josh here who's behind the camera, who's helping us with today's video.
Hi.
What are we here for today? I know a lot of you guys are watching these videos because you're very excited about investing, right? That's why we're here in the first place, but my experiences in real estate, I'm not sure if you remember them, like people jamming diapers down waistlines and the whole thing exploding and me having to do all these massive fixes with like demonic paintings. That's kind of my foray into rentals, but Josh here actually has a much better track record in real estate, and he can probably educate you a lot better on not just the whole rental thing, but also about flips and flipping houses. I only know so much, guys, and I really don't know much of that at all, so it's nice when I can kind of leverage my network to have people on who actually know what they're talking about. So some of us are finding more productive ways to use lockdown than others, and it seems like over the course of the period where we've been locked inside, you've been flipping houses.
It's an expensive hobby. Yeah, it's an expensive hobby.
Tell me about how many you've been doing, how many projects are you involved in? Like I just want to know more about how this all came about.
I got into business back in September of 2018.
Okay.
Bought my first rental the following year.
Okay.
June of 2019, I believe. Okay. And then the last like 6 months have really been more geared towards the flips.
So you had rentals at first, and then you decided to get into flips, and that's kind of what the discussion is for today. But what kind of caused that shift from like thinking I want to do rentals to I'm going to start flipping these things?
You know what? I really enjoy rentals. They're super good investments, but the ability to get kind of in and out of a property, get your money out.
It's probably rewarding for you to like actually see a property that's like boarded up or kind of beat up in like a core area,
Absolutely.
a tough area of town, and actually going and like revamping the whole thing.
This past summer, I had 3 going on. There's no chance I could do
3. You had 3 going at once.
3 at once, and there's no way that I'd be able to do it myself. Be able to leverage my time and get people that know what they're doing. I think it's a little bit easier.
So the great thing about today is that you're actually in the process of closing on a flip right now.
Just closed it, yeah.
That's unreal. So guys, how about we go hop in the car, drive over to the property and see how much Josh made on this flip. What area of town are we going to?
This is called St. John's.
St. John's.
It's a somewhat interesting area.
One of the things I'm curious about is you're looking at listings, you're trying to find something, and like what is it about something? Is it just like you see how mashed up this property is, and you're like, oh, that looks like an opportunity?
For sure, yeah. So basically I look at the spread. So you look at what you can get it for.
Okay.
The number you buy it for is obviously the most important. Market can change, but when you buy a property, you can kind of look at the comps.
Right.
And know the range that you're gonna kind of be able to sell in.
So here we are on an undisclosed street. I feel like I'm in one of those like realtor promotional videos where like I sell you the house, but I'm gonna tell you all about how this turnkey property could change your life for the low price of $450,000. I don't know. Anyways, Josh has just listed this sold.
Sold.
It's
Closed
sold,
the deal.
man.
Yeah.
And this is fantastic. So tell us a little bit about like, are these new windows? How much of this outside did you redo?
Yeah, so basically the siding was done by the previous owner. They tried to flip it. It was all this siding. Curb appeal wasn't super great. So I actually got this brick. This is real brick. We got that redone. New front door and all new windows. I got the bases painted here. Here
we are in the house, and I'm not gonna lie, for the area that we're in, I'm blown away. Like this, the finishings, like this and everything, like, I don't know, man, this looks unreal. I was actually really surprised when I saw what the price was. So tell me a little bit more about like what you've done here in like the kitchen and all this.
For sure, yeah. So there used to be a wall here actually. Took out the wall, just kind of open up the whole kitchen kind of dining room area.
No door or anything, just a full wall.
Well, there was a door here as well as a door here that kind of led into 2 bedrooms and a powder room. So we kind of did a nice galley style kitchen.
So now I imagine we're in the living room. This is like the main, probably like common area of the house where people kind of like hang and
100%,
play
yeah.
board games and whatnot. So like, what was here before and like what have you changed?
Yeah, so this room actually stayed probably the most similar.
Cool.
Not much change. We got obviously original trim here.
Yeah.
We had to get the boiler system removed and the rads removed.
Oh, okay.
And so this bulkhead is actually new, and it contains a lot of the ducting for the house.
Right,
so,
and you put the pot lights in as well.
Pot lights in as well.
I'm a sucker for those things. I think it just makes everything look so good and expensive, even though it's just like a pot light. I don't
Exactly.
know.
Yeah.
Talk about basic understanding of homes here, guys. But that's my take. How much of the hands-on work are you doing? Because I see you throwing up Instagram stories of like letting Instagram pick which tile you're using on these different poles and whatnot.
I would say that's about it. I did a house. I did a house out of Winnipeg, just outside of Winnipeg.
Yeah.
did it with a friend of mine, and never again. I am the least handy guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
I could pick things, I can ask Instagram, but that's about the extent.
Well, that's fascinating because I think a lot of people, one of the things when they're getting into this sort of things, like, do I have to be handy? Like, if I want to make money, am I going to be the person like fiddling with wires and doing plumbing and all that sort of thing?
For sure.
We're up on the top floor, and it's crazy how many rooms there are. It's like, how many rooms are in this entire place?
So 4 bedrooms total.
4 bedrooms. Yeah. Okay, so that was the one down there. Now there's like 3 right here.
3 up here.
And it looks like, of course, you've like refinished everything, or a lot of it. And
for sure.
What's the biggest change? What's the biggest thing that's changed here?
Yeah, so this actually used to be a kitchen.
Okay.
Other than that, the rooms kind of stayed the same. We brought the laundry upstairs just because obviously most bedrooms are up here. It makes it a bit easier. So we got one massive bedroom,
right?
Kind of the medium bedroom and a smaller bedroom.
Yeah.
And we got the full bath up here as well. This actually used to be 1 bedroom and there was a 2nd bedroom.
Oh.
Powder room stayed where it was. We just decided, you know what, we have 3 bedrooms upstairs, so let's make a really nice master ensuite.
Who isn't the sucker for a barn door?
Trendy, man. It's up at the times, stay up at the times, yeah. So super nice master ensuite. Smaller master, but I think it's a good compromise.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for like taking us through and showing us everything. But what is this without talking about the numbers, man? I'm so curious to know. Obviously, the big 3 things that come to my mind are, okay, what do we buy this for? What do we put into it? What do we get out?
100%, yeah. So we bought it for 120.
Bought it for 120?
Yeah, it was listed at, I believe, 133. Okay. Got them down a little bit. Your budget was about 100 grand.
You're gonna put $100,000 in.
100,000 bucks into it.
So 220 is like, you must.
Exactly.
Or else now you're losing.
Yeah. Okay. So that was kind of the ideal thought, and we ended up going over budget by about 10%, 15%.
So that's not horrible.
Yeah, I think we closed off about 120. Well, maybe a bit over.
Call it 130,000 bucks or something.
125, 130.
Okay.
Yeah, and then with closing costs, another 13,000 bucks.
Sweet.
Yeah. So ended up closing at 301.
No way.
I don't know when this thing to go live, but yeah.
Are you serious? So, I don't know. I was in the wrong business altogether.
Yeah, it turned out really good.
How long did it take?
So 6 months total from start to sale.
So you've got multiple on the go.
Yeah, so I pulled the contractors from here to go finish that up.
Right.
That one we finished in like a month and a half. So
crazy.
Kind of try to balance both at the same time.
Yeah, I bet.
But yeah.
How many could you realistically do at once if you wanted to? I mean, you hire out a lot of the stuff in terms of like contracting. Could you have like a bunch on the go?
For sure. Like money aside, I guess if you have the capital, you can do as many as you want.
Did you ever consider like where my mind goes with this is like if you had a network of people who had a bunch of money and you could become like, let's say the general partner to some limited partnership. You have a bunch of limited partners who like put up capital and you're the head of this thing. 100%. Would you ever like kind of run the strategy where like, let's say other people want to give you money, you'll head up the whole thing, take a fee, and now you're like a property developer?
Absolutely. Like I think a lot of people actually do that in the flipping space. At a certain point though, you almost say, is it worth it if I can fund the deals myself? If you can get a good credit union on your side.
Fair enough, fair enough.
You can kind of keep that. Because typically you're going to be paying a hefty premium on interest to get that money.
Totally. And that's the thing, right? Because my whole thought there was like, okay, if you have a bunch of people who want to get into flipping and want the upside of that with a professional who's done it before, it would be sweet if, you know, they don't have the experience, they don't have the money, they could get involved in a project without having to oversee everything.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, now there's this disconnect because you're like, man, if I could just do it all myself, that's way better. Like if my girlfriend saw these gold little things, Alana, you guys know Alana? If she saw those gold little things with the blue, she would buy this.
The kitchen turned out really, really good.
It's incredible.
Super trendy.
It's so trendy, you can come and flip it again in 10 years.
Exactly.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you got some value today out of taking a look at Josh's flip and seeing how much money he made and all the thought that goes into this stuff. If you guys got any value out of this video whatsoever, make sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on post notifications for more videos just like this every single week. And if this video gets 500 likes, I will personally volunteer my time on Josh's next flip. I'm gonna actually like do some painting or plumbing. So make sure to hit that like button.